You did it.
Alright. Might have to move this rock someday in the future. These two.
Horse and wagons were a little bit narrower back in the day, I guess. Hey farm friends, there's something called self-sustainability. It's a really awesome hashtag that we all use to kind of identify that we want to not be so reliant on the grid, the government, society, whatever, whatever you feel, the grocery stores, things like that. It's an awesome hashtag, and it's a great way to kind of let people know how you like to live. But don't think for an instant that you can be or should be fully self-sustainable. Part of the homesteading lifestyle is actually community. You need people that live similar lifestyles, that understand you, that understand who you are and what your needs are. And if you try and be self-sufficient fully, you are missing out on community.
Big Ida's a little shy in front of me. She knows that I'm a big fan. I've seen her on the road.
That's right.
It's like, I know that truck. There's Big Ida.
Yeah, you should have seen us trying to get it in.
I'll bet.
There we go. that was pretty awesome having everybody over yesterday.
Yeah, it's good to have lots of extra help.
It's the first day doing that for us, having people over and, letting them help us, or
Right.
we've talked about that all the time.
Yeah, it's a good way to have community, to get people together and work. It makes the task fun.
Right?
Actually hang out with people rather than just doing all the work. Not that the work's any less, but the task isn't changed, but it's just more fun. The atmosphere is different, so it doesn't seem like as much work.
Right. So yeah, it was fun.
Right?
And everyone needed pain reliever.
Everyone, I didn't need pain reliever. I'm good to go, but apparently everybody else needed pain reliever. So
I don't know if I did or not, but I took some anyhow. But but we've struggled with that. Like for years, we struggled with, and I think that's like, if you're homesteading, I think that's kind of, like you have that mindset that you want to do things yourself. You want to be self-sufficient, but where does that come from? Like, why do we as humans struggle so much to like ask for help or accept help?
that's a rabbit hole that could go deep. We're Maine, we're stubbornly independent, and I think it's a good trait that's usually goes a little too far one way. So I think it's a good trait to have, because if you're not stubborn and independent, you won't make it in most things in life. But at the same time, we should be building community and asking for help and taking tasks that are drudgery for most people. They don't, it's just so much work and I should just, buy oil or do whatever, or, move south because it's warmer down there. I don't have to deal with firewood. Right. Or, we've had all these thoughts, do all that stuff. But the reality of it is, if everybody just got together and worked on everybody's firewood for a couple of days and got one person squared away and bounced around, and inside of 4 or 5 weeks in the summertime, you could have half a dozen people's firewood done, and it would be far more, enjoyable for everybody.
Right.
And then also get to form relationships with our community. I think they've, people have done a real good job at dividing communities and not having us work together and just keeping us independent to a fault. So then we're also in turn dependent on those individuals.
Right.
So I think that's really the big thing.
And we've talked about like getting our group or some people together to do this for a long time, but nobody wanted to be the first one to say like, yes, come to my house, because that seems selfish. Like, you are inviting other people to come to your house to work. That seems very selfish. But if the idea is that then you're going to go to their house next, and the next one's next, and whoever has the bigger need, that's where you go. Like, that's for some communities in this country, like that's just the norm. That's what people do. But for us, it's not the norm. So we have to make it the norm.
Yeah, I mean, other than the Amish community, I don't think it's the norm, but
right.
But yeah, it's I mean, face it, people are independent. Things have been easy in America. As difficult as they may seem to some people, they've been relatively easy, for the last 100 years. So it's easier to just, have somebody throw some money at something or ask for help from the government and do that, rather than asking your neighbor or inconveniencing your neighbor, or we're just too busy to help a neighbor because we got to go, on vacation, or we got to go with this there. Everybody, they've got us real busy in our society, culture as a whole. So, but it's far better to know who your neighbors are and help them out, and have them help you out, and do it that way for sure.
So for us to help them out, do what we're trying to do, what did it take for this very first, community work day? What did it take for that to happen?
What did it take for that to happen?
What
Is this
did
a trick
what,
question?
Yeah. Yes. What did
well, we had to have a need. we had wood that needed to be split.
But we always have needs. No, what did our friend down the road do?
Oh yeah,
that secured it.
Yeah, he basically said, "What day next week are we going to do your wood?" So he wanted a day that scheduled that he could plan on to come here to do wood. So that was the kind of kickoff. Because if not, I would have just pushed it off until we needed to split it to bring it into the house to start burning it, which,
Right.
That's a whole nother discussion about dry wood versus green wood, but, whatever.
But he didn't ask you, can I help you or do you need help? Because you just would have said no. What he said was, what day can I be there?
Right.
So that's the catalyst. So whether you're the person that is looking at your friend or your group of friends and you don't say, do you need help? Because we all need help. But a way to word it to know that you're going to kind of start giving this momentum is say to your friend, when can I come help you with this? Or when are you going to do this? And not only does it make the person be accountable to get XYZ done, but you're not really giving them no for an answer. Like you're setting a date to make it happen.
Pushing people out of their comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah. So community is good?
Community is good. Yep.
Especially if you're in a good community?
It's helpful, yeah.
Or make your own good community, right?
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
for sure.
Well, we appreciate you listening to us. We hope that you are in a good community or that you're willing to make a good community, because there really is no such thing as self-sufficient or self-sufficient living. But I'm going to keep using the hashtag, just because it gives you an idea. Right?
Right.
Well, thanks for joining us at Haven Acres. We hope that you have a great day, and leave a comment. Do you have that community? Do you want that community, or do you just want to do it all yourself?
Bye.